So, I've spent close to 2 months carefully crafting and designing each area of my desk to make it functional to run both my laptop and desktop PC on my dual QHD monitors. And the biggest challenge is to do this desk makeover without cluttering my precious desk space. Hi everyone, welcome to another Sky Perspective video. If you haven't watched part 1 of my desk makeover video, go watch it to understand all the issues I'm having with my previous desk setup, so that this video will make more sense. Go watch it now and I'll link you back to this video at the end of that video. Like I mentioned in part 1 of the video, one of the problems I was having is that my dual monitor stand is not very wall friendly. I can't push back my monitor because of the wall, and they are stuck to one base. So I bought 2 single monitor arms to replace it. The whole idea is instead of clamping the monitor arm at the opposite edge of the table, we clamp it on the side of the table. This gives it more freedom of movement and won't hit the wall at the back. The best part is, I can rotate it and use it as a vertical portrait monitor easily, and push back towards the back of the wall as much as I like. For those of you who subscribed to my channel long enough, you would know I like to have a monitor in portrait orientation, and in my opinion, a 27-inch QHD is the perfect size and resolution for a portrait monitor. Oh, and like I mentioned in my part 1 video, my speakers are blocked by the vertical monitor. I've now set up my right speaker in a way I can pull the speaker towards me if I wanted to. I don't have to do that if the monitor is in landscape orientation. As I almost settled for 2 individual single monitor arms, I came across this IKEA Vertanka monitor stand, and straight away I knew this is going to be a useful addition to my desk. The top provides an elevated space for me to gather all my small devices like my micro SD card, my SIM card ejector, and so on. On the bottom layer, I use it to store my daughter's Logitech M580 keyboard and G203 gaming mouse. The glow of the mouse at the bottom level is nice, isn't it? This glow tells me if my PC is on or off, without me having to look at the CPU at the bottom of my desk. As for the second layer, I kept it empty for a reason. I can easily slide in my tablet or my laptop, and if my daughter is using this PC with her keyboard and mouse, she can store my keyboard and mouse on the second layer. And it doesn't stop there. I also have a USB-C cable hanging here. It's very convenient for me to connect my PC to my phone to use Samsung DeX, or connect it to my Sony ZV-E10 camera to extract my video footage. You might have noticed my Logitech MX mechanical mini keyboard just now. I'm not an expert with mechanical keyboard. In fact, this is my first mechanical keyboard that I'm trying out, to understand what is good about mechanical keyboards and why there are so many people who like to use them. I've also made another video on this keyboard together with my MX Master 3S mouse and this Logitech Desk Mat. By the way, can you guess what this dot on this sticky tape is? It marks the center of my desk, so I can align my monitor stand and my monitor right on center. Yes, I know, I'm a bit OCD sometimes. Anyway, to the left, I have my laptop propped up on this HeyMax monitor stand, so I can use the desk space underneath for my Edifier speakers. I run the cable underneath the stand to both my monitors, so I can alternate my monitors to display either from my laptop or my desktop CPU. Or I can use one monitor for each computer. I carefully place the pillar of this stand so it's hidden behind the monitor, out of sight. The other thing I have on a stand is my microphone. I used to set up my microphone on a tripod whenever I need to do my voiceover recording. And now, all I have to do is this. I highly recommend this Thornmax microphone stand. It's well built and sturdy enough not to vibrate too much, affecting my recording. It's easy to adjust and to run the cable too. Not to mention, it's low profile enough to fold away when I don't need my microphone. To the right side of my desk now, I installed this desk power switch board so that USB charging is always available whenever I need it. There are USB-A and USB-C ports on the switch by default, but they are only 10 and 15 watt, which is just average. I won't regard that as fast charging. So I bought this Anker 33 watts fast charger, which I highly recommend. Because there are two power supply switches right here on my desk, I can plug in quick chargers like this one. Or if I really need lots more USB power supply, I can plug in another one. This power switch board is really convenient, especially for times I need to plug in a photography light or when I need to charge up my devices fast. By the way, this Anker power bank is also really amazing. Not only it charges my phone really fast, it also charges itself up very fast too. I'm going to make another video on this Anker power bank, so subscribe and hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out. Let's move below my desk to show you my CPU setup. I'll raise my standing desk to make some space. So first of all, from my previous video, I mentioned I wanted to upgrade my graphics card to an RTX 3050. I eventually ended up getting this Asus RTX 3060 Ti 8GB, which is blazingly fast. I also like the physical look of this Asus RTX 3060 Ti card. There is only a nice simple light strip that subtly lights up my SDD area. It doesn't turn my CPU into some sort of disco light party box. Now having the CPU on the ground, it's going to attract a lot of dust. So I thought of propping it up on a stand so I can wheel it around and vacuum the surroundings. Instead of getting a CPU stand like this one from IKEA, I DIY and made myself a simple one. This board is actually part of a shelf. It just so happened that the width of this board is exactly the same width of my CPU, and I simply bought these caster wheels and screwed them below this shelf. And that's it, I have my CPU on wheels. Having the CPU on wheels is very convenient, and I can gently pull out the CPU to access the USB ports and audio jack to plug in my headphones and peripherals. In terms of cable management, this is the IKEA cable management tray I showed in part 1 of my desk makeover video. It's very easy to install and very simple to just coil and run all the cables around it. Oh, see this spiral thing? It's a very useful cable tie. It spirals and bundles a few cords together so that when I raise and lower my standing desk, all the cords are bundled to move together as one. And with regards to the Wiz LED ambient lights I mentioned in my previous video, I installed it under my windowsill instead of behind my desk. The reason is because I have clamps and cables running behind the desk, and the light won't be as nice and bright. Anyway, I'm someone who likes practicality and functionality more than aesthetic. The reason why I bought this Wiz LED ambient light is because it was discounted from $98 down to $12. Yes, $12. And I suspect why I can get it at such a low price is because they are clearing this version 1 while they release version 2. And I have to admit, given it's version 1, I do have lots of trouble getting it to connect to my phone and Samsung SmartThings app. But I got it working eventually. It's pretty nice and I can adjust different colors to suit my moods. All the product links are in the description down below. And if you got some inspiration from the ideas in this video, do like and subscribe to support my work. I really appreciate your help as I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Thanks, I'll see you in the next video.